Hello, hello, my lovely Leaves. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. I hope that y'all are doing well. Leaves, oh my gracious, we got cards. Let's see what we have here. We have the Underworld, Kairos, the Prayer, the Womb, the Ocean, the Starborn, the Bardo, and the One. Oh my goodness, Leaves. Okay, so I feel like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I feel like you guys are really just wanting to like find your way through the underworld. You know, the underworld is just ick, honestly. Like, nobody really enjoys the underworld, but you know, there's a lot of nutrients to be found in it all. And so you can learn a lot while you're there. You know what I mean? Like it's not all bad, I guess, but this just kind of lends to the idea that you know, you've been rolling around in it, and I think that you're wanting to really find your way out of that, because I feel like there's security to be had, there's balance to be created, and when you have that sense of security and when you have that sense of balance, I think then you're able to really focus on becoming who it is that you want to become, being the person that you know that you're meant to be. Because I feel like, again, the idea with the prayer, you know, is like manifestation, and whether you're thinking like literal prayer or actual manifestation, either way, there's more to it than just putting words out into the air and then hoping that it happens, right? It requires a sense of action as well. And I think that, I don't know, I just feel like you've been paying attention to something. The Bardo and Kairos, I mean, to me, this is just kind of like reading between the lines. This was in somebody else's read too, but it's just this idea of like reading between the lines. I feel like watching everything. And it's like sometimes, like especially if you're in an environment where, okay, so like say your family's fighting and you know like these people and you know these people, and it's just kind of like, and you know why they feel that way and you know why these people feel that way, and you just wish everybody would get the fuck along, you know what I mean? Can't we all just get along, like kumbaya shit? You know what I mean? But I feel like that not happening, and so you paying attention to all the things that were going on, you know, like where's the shortcoming at here? Where's the fall in the argument here? I feel some Virgo in my Leaves right now, but it's just this idea of like, you know, like paying attention to everything, seeing what's going on, you know, because you need to figure out what needs to go and what needs to stay and what is okay and what's not okay. You know what I mean? In order to really rise up into what it is that you want to do, who you want to be. You know, and the One here, I really just feel like saying like, you know, be the change you wish to see. You know, like if you want to, I feel like it's just this idea of like, you have to do it. Like you have to so reach out and touch. Is it reach out and touch me? I don't know. It was an 80s song that it just popped in my head. But it feels like reach out and touch, like reaching out and touching something. And I feel like there's an idea of like you stepping into like the power of who you are, because when you are safe and secure and feel balanced and ready to like move forward, then you're really going to be able to move forward in a big way. You're going to be able to step into your power. And I feel like there is just this sense of like, when it rains, it pours, which is in somebody else's read too. I don't remember whose read that was. But it's just kind of like, I think it was Leo's read. But it, you know, it feels like this idea of stepping into your power, finding, you know what I mean? Like finding yourself, finding security, finding, you know, possibly a relationship. We'll do clarifiers, but it's all good. It feels very happy. I'm glad that the underworld is just kind of like, meh. I don't have much to say. Good. We don't want to listen to it anyways, right? Okay, Leaves. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy full moon. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like emotions are really high. They were for my gem read. I don't know how to take a second after that one. Okay, so we have the Devil, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Well, you know, again, just going back to that, like seeing where, you know, like if you're in a situation where you're just like watching these two people fight or watching this fight go on, and you're seeing where their argument falls short and where their argument falls short, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, I can see how I can see how this came into be. You know what I mean? And I feel like just moving past it. I don't know. Getting an offer. I don't know. Like maybe you're getting a job offer and you're like stepping into a new role, and you know, you step into this new role and you like fall in love with somebody, and you're like, you're killing it at work, you're killing it at home. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of feels like this. But part of that is because you were prepared with this knowledge of like where all of these like shortcomings were, and you're over here just analyzing everything, you know, figuring out like how it is that you can fix it, because my Libs are fixers. You know what I mean? I love y'all. Yeah, and it's a good thing, you know, like I don't say that as like I love you, but you know, it's just sometimes I think that it can be our greatest strengths are also our greatest weaknesses, right? I feel like in this particular instance, it's a very great strength. So, you know, take that win. The Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, Temperance, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords. Well, yeah, I mean, because there is just a lot of like confusion, argument, like nobody trusting anybody else, and then this like movement towards balance. I don't know what movement is occurring. I don't know what decision it is that you're making. I don't know what it is that you're leaving behind. I don't know how it is that you decipher these arguments to come to a conclusion that now makes you feel ready to, you know, like step up and step out. You know what I mean? But that's the energy that's happening, you know, like how it's playing out. Seven of Wands is the only thing that's happening. Well, I mean, I feel like this is just kind of that idea of like the Seven of Wands is like, okay, I don't really want to fight this battle. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like backing out of the battle. I just feel like you're backing out of the battle. I almost feel like that's not my battle to fight. Well, maybe therein lies your balance, I guess, because you're like, no, well, because I can see the flaw with this and I can see the flaw with that, and none of that is mine. I need to go this way. Whichever way that is. Okay. Leaves. See what else we can get for y'all. Kind of a short read, but that's okay. The Venom in the Box. Ooh, yeah. But I feel like there's just this idea of like, you know, whatever, like, I just feel like there's just like a lot of nasty that was being thrown, that you were just kind of, I almost feel like this impartial witness of like, I'm just sitting back and I'm watching. Because again, I think that there's just this idea of like, well, you're familiar with both sides, and you know both sides of the story, and you know why they feel the way that they feel, and you know what I mean? You're like, you've taken it all in. I feel almost a sense of very like disconnected, like maybe it's because we're in the Aquarius season or something, but it does feel very like emotionally disconnected to me, like an emotionally disconnected observation, and just kind of this like, okay, well, I see what's being said over here. I see what's being said over here. I kind of get why, you know, like why they're stuck in that loop, but like, I don't really, that's not my loop to be stuck in. And you know what I mean? And I'm going to go in a new direction. One that provides you with a lot of balance and I think passion, love, possibly a relationship, you know? But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like turning around and walking away from it. You know what I mean? Like to do, okay, you know, like not my monkey, not my circus is the energy of this read. And yet like you're over here. You're like, okay, well, I'm off to do this. I'm off to engage in like a sense of security, a sense of balance. You know, I'm ready to just not be playing the the circus lead, the ringleader. I feel like I just don't want to be a ringleader in the circus anymore. And exiting left and coming into everything that I don't know. It's just like stepping into a big production. You know what I mean? Like leaving the circus behind and stepping into like a theatrical production. You know what I mean? Because that's where you belong anyways. You know what I mean? It just with like this sense of emotional disconnect. Leaves. Okay. I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.